Hi everyone. I have a statement, and that is which is be less. Be less of what you think you should do. Be less of what you tell yourself is enough. The expectations that you put on yourself, the standards. Let go. If things increase, you must decrease. You need to become less in order to be blessed. And in that way, gratitude shines through because you're not looking at the entirety of the sea. You're looking at you being a speck, a droplet below the vastness that surrounds you. And to know that that's exactly how God wants you to be positioned in order for His power to work through you in the way that He wants to use you. Think of it like this. You are an instrument. It could be anyone. He is the one that breathes into that instrument. He directs you. He guides you. He moves you. If you're a clarinet, there's different valves of how the sound is orchestrated in that way, and the tones. And so in this way, why are we trying to do so much of our own accord? Because coming from a position where I thought I needed to do all of these things in order to feel that I was productive, or I just felt like something was actually happening that made me feel like I was worth it. I was worth the life that I was striving for. I was worth all of the reaping of the rewards that I was gathering and heaping. But it's like, if you're feeling lack, even when you have the most, then there's something wrong there. And a lot of people are in this manner of striving for air. And it's like the more that they grasp for it, they can't attain it. It's unyielding to them because they are thinking that they are needing to work for it. And so if you're comparing this to how you're receiving God, how you are inviting Him in based off of where He is leading you, right? And how are you displaying Jesus from the way that you are in being? I think that we can overlook the way that someone reacts to little situations in life, little inconveniences, misconceptions about things, becoming perplexed in a sense of not being able to step outside of your personified self, and recognizing that God is as much within you as you are here. And if you are thinking that you don't have enough or you're not enough, that is a false belief and identity that you are attaching onto every single thing that you are walking into. Like you have this spider web, and it's going to affect every causation and how that is really upholding this sense of safety. And you don't know it, but that's where your safety is. More than these things that you have, it's more of, do I feel enough? Do I feel like I am this individual that needs to self-protect and be right and correct all the time? Or whatever it is for you, like being a victim or constantly comparing because you feel insecure and you feel less than. Or just on the opposite, like being so over confident, boastful, where you overcompensate for what you don't know in the false sense of knowledge and puffed upness. And so what God says to you right now, if you are struggling to find a rooted garnering to what God says and who He says you are in Him, okay? Because you're more attached to who you think you are in those notions, but you need to be grounded in His identity so that you can receive all that He wants you to. So I want to read a psalm, and it's going to be 63 verse 1. Oh God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory, because your steadfast love is better than life. My lips will praise you, so I will bless you as long as I live. In your name I will lift up my hands. And so this is just reminding you to be grateful of what you have and who you are and all the things that you have overlooked within yourself and the things that you have been holding on to within this sense of brokenness and woundedness. And let me see, because I think I have an entry that calls who you are out of these mindless traps, because it requires no thought at all. It's kind of a programming, and you kind of need to root yourself in God to break out of it. So to keep your life free from the love of money, from the approval of man, from seeking all that is out here in the world, right? You need to have contentment in where God is, wherever you are, knowing that because He loves you, that is enough for all of this to be undesirable, because you're desiring Him first. So praying to God and asking Him, what's the next step? What do you want to say to me in this situation? What do you want me to say to someone in this situation? Because when you walk into a room, you are bringing the kingdom with you. And you're called to serve. You're called to disciple. You're called to those spiritual gifts. And if you don't know what they are, just remember that God is here to give it to you. He has, but He wants to have you knowing that that is exactly what you are here to do. And so just look to Him for the next step, knowing that there's no rush. He is allocating you so much time to come back into remembering who you are, letting go of all of these things that you have grown into and growing out of those shoes. And with that, I hope that you were able to have some realignment in where you are moving, and knowing that it's much bigger than you, and you are still very much necessary for this whole creation to exist in oneness with Him. So thank you so much. I gotta go, but I love you guys. Bye.